between the ages of 18 and about 26, I had 32 jobs.
I want to know how you got into what you're doing now. So, you have your Bachelor's of Social Work from the University of Calgary. So, you're from Canada,
Mhm.
which is really cool
Yeah.
for me because Canada's much cooler, literally, than the United States. And and your first job out of college, you were doing program coordination with Big Brothers Big Sisters, which makes sense with the social work. And then you did leadership and life skills programming, but now you're a career coach and you help people tell their career stories. So, at what point in your career did you realize that your passion was related to other people's careers and maybe not necessarily what you were doing whenever you first got out of college?
Well, what's not listed on my LinkedIn profile is that between the ages of 18 and about 26, I had 32 jobs in
Oh my
15
gosh.
years. So I got really good at applying for jobs. I got really good at getting jobs, doing interviews, and all that kind of stuff. And so what I found was that I liked it so much that I started helping my friends and family with their resumes. I started helping them with their interview skills. And then I got certified as a resume strategist about 8 years ago. But then I was just, I was in my nonprofit job and I was happy doing that. So I just kind of didn't really do very much with it. But then when the pandemic hit, I was laid off of my job. And so I had a decision to make. I was like, do I, go back into the nonprofit world that I didn't completely love? Do I follow a passion and start a business, which is something that I've always wanted to do? And so I decided to jump in, and that was 2 years ago, actually in 2 years ago, that I started full time in my business, and here I am 2 years later, and that's kind of how I got started.
That's so cool. I think it's so would you would you look at back on that? Would you say that that's been a blessing for you getting to kind of pursue the thing that you care about the most?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I would have never quit my job to start a business because it's just so much more secure to be in a job and it just
Yeah.
feels like a safety net even if you don't love it. And so it was kind of forced upon me. And so I'm lucky enough that my husband was supportive. And so when I jumped in, it was a really exciting time for me.
Thank you so much for watching this segment of the Engineering Success Podcast. If you liked it, make sure to check out the other videos down below that are recommended to you. And if you really like the podcast, make sure to subscribe right down there in the middle. Really appreciate it. It's free to you and helps us a lot out. And last but not least, the best way to help the show grow is to comment down below. So leave your comment if you have any thoughts about this segment. Thanks.
I ain't chasing payments, still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.